My parents abandoned my baby brother, so I raised him as my son. Now he's 13 and calls me dad, but my family is forcing me to tell him the heartbreaking truth, plus 2 updates. I was born when my parents were both 19, and my only other brother, let's call him Josh, was born when they were 42. They divorced shortly after Josh was born, when he was only 4 months old, and they both wanted nothing to do with the child. At the time, I was 23 and living alone with my then girlfriend, who was 21 and is now my wife. I did my best to convince at least one of them to take care of young Josh for his sake and the family's sake, but they refused adamantly and said that I should be taking custody of him instead. So I became the legal guardian of my brother. He's been living with us for the past 12 years, and things have been going really smooth for us. Josh, who is now almost 13, has been calling me dad and my wife mom. He sees our 2 children, 4F and 9M, as his siblings, and he has absolutely no idea about his real parents. To be honest, I've let all of that slide. He has no idea that I'm really his blood brother and not his father, and I'm starting to feel guilty and a little weird. Some of my uncles and aunts come to visit occasionally, and they are really disgusted by the fact he calls me dad. They are surprised I haven't told him the truth. They constantly message me and talk to me in private, and I cannot chat with them without this one particular topic rising up. They keep badgering me to tell him already, but I have always refused. I discussed this with my wife, and she thought it would be wrong to tell him the truth because our parents didn't want to take care of him, and I'm the only person in the world who gave him the father figure everyone deserves. I feel that he has the right to know what he is to me and what I truly am to him, but he's suffered enough already, and I just want things to continue how they are. So, Reddit, am I the asshole? And would I be the asshole if I let him know the truth? Update, about 70% of the comments were advising me to tell my son who I really am to him, and some were saying sooner than later. I just got up to discuss this with my wife, and now, after a lot of hesitation, we've decided that it's best the truth comes from us, and it has to come now. It's late for us right now, but we are going to address this with him first thing this week, or even tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Update, hey guys. So many people wanted me to update on my previous post and wanted me to seek professional advice first before I took matters into my own hands. My apologies if this is long. I'll try to make it as detailed as possible while keeping it short. I went to my local therapist and told him about my situation and asked what to do. To keep it short, he said he's heard similar stories before. He said it is best if I tell him as soon as possible for multiple reasons, and he made sure to emphasize that my biological children should be present for several reasons as well. I asked a few of my closest friends, and the majority said more or less the same thing. My wife and I decided to sit the kids down and burst the big bubble. I asked my brother Josh to come closer, and I made sure I held him close and made him feel comfortable. He asked, "What's going on?" But I started by telling him how much we cared for and loved him. Then, I told him everything about our parents, trying to put them in a positive light in hopes of a reunion someday. I explained who I really am to him, then quickly hugged him and my other 2 kids together and told him that I love all my children the same and nothing is going to change my love for him. He was shocked and asked if I was joking, but I was starting to cry a little at this point, so he knew I was serious. My biological children were very surprised too. He was in tears and asked me why I didn't tell him sooner. I didn't know what to say and just said, "I was just trying to protect you. I'm sorry, and I hope you can forgive me." Unfortunately and understandably, he left the room. He didn't talk to me as much after that, which was understandable. I continuously offered to take him to the park to play football, which he loves, and all his favorite things, but he just outright declined. He even got a little angry sometimes for me even talking to him. I thought I had messed up big time. Then, one day while my wife and 2 children were out shopping and we were alone, he came up to me and said, "I know you're not my real father, but I want to let you know you're the best dad in the whole world. Sorry for before." I hugged him and things got pretty emotional. It would be a big lie to say my house is normal now, because it's far from that. But things are slowly, ever so slowly, starting to brighten up. There's no longer anything to hide anymore, and it feels like we are born again. Josh is a tough kid, and he handled this far better than I believed he would. I'll be looking into therapy for him to help him recover, just in case it doesn't go well in the long run. I'll strive and continue to be a great dad to my kids, and a great dad to my brother, who is also my son. Thank you, Reddit, for pushing me towards this happy ending. Thank you for all the advice and judgments I got, excluding the rude ones about my uncles and aunts. I love you all. Good night.